Hey guys, this is Miss James.
And Mr. Jackson.
We're coming to you to go over this homework, exploring measures of data. Be sure to write everything that we have written down. Let's get started. Jerome wants to make the B honor roll for the third 6 weeks. To obtain this goal, he must make an 80% or higher in all 4 of his core classes. The following table contains his test grades for his core classes. Find the mean, median, and mode and range for each of Jerome's classes. Round the data to the nearest whole number. Alright, so the first one we'll look at is algebra. He had 4 tests. He got on the first test an 85, 75, 75, and 83. And what we did first was the mean, which mean, remember, means average. So we took all 4 of those numbers, added them together, and divided by 4, because 4 is the number of tests that he took. Then we did the median, which is the number in the very middle. And guys, remember, when you're finding the median, you have to put the numbers in order to find the middle number. And as you can see, that there were 2 middle numbers for this one. Okay, so guys, sorry, found a little error. The median is 75 because the 2 middle numbers are 75. So when you add those together and divide by 2, you just get 75. The one that is mode, remember mode means the one that happens most often, is 75. The range, that is when you subtract the biggest number minus the smallest number, and we got 10. For chemistry, he took 4 tests also. We found that the mean or the average was about 78. The median was 77 because we took the 2 middle numbers, added them together, divided by 2 to get about 77. Now notice that this one on chemistry had no mode because as you can see, no numbers repeated itself. So you couldn't have one that happened most often. And then the range was 18 for this for these tests.
And look at your American history. You see that the mean is going to be 83, which means just add all the data points up together and divide by 4, and you'll get 83. And for the median, just remember to order the numbers from least to greatest, and you should get 86.5. And for your mode, no numbers repeat, so there's going to be no mode for American history. And the range is going to be 92 minus 67, which gives you a range of 25. And looking at our English grades, our mean is going to be 85. Our median is going to be 85. Our mode, we won't have a mode because no number repeats, and our range is going to be 11.
Alright guys, we're going to get started on the questions now. Let's look at number 2 first. It says, which measure of central tendency, and that's just another term for the mean, median, mode, and range, do you think Jerome would prefer the teacher to use to describe his grades for algebra and American history? Explain. So Jerome probably wants her, for the algebra, to take the mean because it's higher than the mean, median, and mode. And of course, you want to have the highest grade possible in your classes. And looking at history, he probably wants the teacher to take the median because it is the higher grade out of all 4 possibilities. So he's trying to see what grade would be the highest to get on that honor roll. With number 3, if Jerome has a 5th test in chemistry, what would he need to make so that the mean, remember mean is average for chemistry, would place Jerome in the B honor roll? So he would need to get an 89 to get exactly a B, an 80. Number 4. Suppose Jerome was absent the day of test number 4 in English, and he never made it up. How would this affect the mean, or the average? So the mean will go down by 20 points because it will affect the total average numbers because it's going to be a 0. So that would be a very bad thing for Jerome, and I don't know if he'd make his honor roll like he wants to. So guys, we just showed you right here finding the average or mean with a 0 as a test grade and see how that affected from the original mean. So you have a 91, an 83, and 87. If you missed that day for that last test and never made it up with the 0, you're going to have 261 divided by 4 because you still have 4 tests that you were responsible for. And now you have not a good grade. That's a 65. And that is not going to help him for that honor roll.
Question number 5. Show how the range would be affected if Jerome does not make up test number 4 in English. The range is 11 with the grade and 91 points without the grade for test number 4, since the grade would be a 0. So if you never made up that test, his range is going to be from 91 to 0, which is going to affect it greatly. Question number 6. Explain how the median is affected if Jerome does not make up test number 4 in English. The median will be 85 with the grade from test number 4 included, and remain 85 without the grade because 80 is the lowest score and does not affect the median in the set of 4 test scores. Question number 7. Select the appropriate measure of central tendency to describe the data in the table and justify your answer. And our example was the mean because it evenly distributes the data and there are no outliers. Okay guys, we'll see you guys in class.